of October. If you're a late filer, it is filing day. Hopefully, you take care of your taxes. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, good morning. Happy to be here. Excited to go through a couple items with you this morning. The first one is understand why before what. Book written more than a decade ago now. Start with Why by Simon Sinek. And Simon, in that has three concentric circles: the why, the how, the what. Right, and he goes through that, and the why is the important piece. Now, here's where I want to take it a little bit farther. If we don't understand why we're going to do what we're going to do, then what we do doesn't matter. If we understand the why, the what can be whatever we want it to be. I read this morning about how we fit into society based upon the social power and just what's normal in society, what's normal for our generation. And so stop and as I'm sharing this, thinking about what's normal for you. What do you view as normal? That's what you're doing. But then ask why. Why does a generation, a social group do what it does? If you understand the why, then you can impact the what. If you want to influence people, you want to lead people, well, look at what they're doing and then reverse engineer it and find out why. And a lot of times they have no idea why. They're just trying to get to the what. Understand why before what. It's going to help you lead, influence. And really, I look at this as find your place in the world. If you can understand the why for yourself, then it's not so much about what you do. Next thing I want to share with you, and this comes from another piece of my daily interaction, and that is progress of the process. I listened to a video from Darren Hardy, and he talked about a book that Bill Walsh wrote. Bill was the noted coach of the San Francisco 49ers during the 80s and I think into the early 90s. Amazing coach, won multiple Super Bowls, took the team from a losing record to the Super Bowl championship in 2 years. And one of the things that he shared is Bill recognized after his coaching career, and he got out of coaching because of just the angst, because he was too fixated on winning. And if win didn't come, how much that was really a failure. And he recounted that it was actually the progress of the process that he needed to measure. If we're making progress following the process, then that's what matters. The wins will come. And I encourage you to think the same. What process are you engaging in? Are you willing to hold to that process, even though maybe today you're not seeing wins? And part of the understanding is, what do you qualify as a win? Is a win the only time we win a championship? Sorry, there's going to be one football team in the NFL that wins this year. There's going to be one soccer team in the Premier League. There's going to be one hockey team. There's going to be one baseball team. So does that mean every other team failed? I don't think so. I think a lot of them had tremendous progress because they followed their process. There's some that abandoned their process and they did fail. And so that even the one who won the championship, if they abandoned the process and won, that could have been done at a failure. It's the difference between blips, teams that win once compared to teams that win over and over again. I'm going to leave you one last thing this morning, my thought of the day, and it's this. The greatest power in society is social power. A minute or so, I reflected on the understanding of why over what. If we understand why people are doing things, then we understand the power that drives them. Our society is not, dictated solely by political power. Look at the uprisings around the world with social pressure. We look at our own country, our own communities, where the amount of social pressure drives a lot of leaders and organizations. The great, refining point here, the great mitigator of all of that is what are the values that society is built upon? If you find yourself succumbing to social pressure, but yet they don't fit your values, understand that power has no hold over you. If it doesn't align to your values, then that power is meaningless. But the greatest power in society is social power. Hope you got value from that today. Thanks for being here.